Hello, friends. I'm RJ Rajiv from the Suno Audio Studios here in Washington, D.C. And I would like to welcome on my show today on the Suno Audio platform Bharati Mitra and Amarnath Ghosh. Hello, guys. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great. Namaste.
You're doing great. Thank you.
Namaste. So, Bharti, I understand that your particular group, who is very focused on Rabindranath Tagore's work as
Tagore
such,
Music Group of Greater Washington, D.C.
Tagore Music Group of the Greater Washington D.C. area,
Yes.
and you guys have been doing number of presentations. I have been talking to you in the past. Give me
For
one
the
sec.
last 15 years. Yes.
I'm just going to open up the privacy here so people can interact. And you are bringing for us another presentation, and what a great time to be talking about this thing because we just celebrated Tagore's birth anniversary on the
Exactly.
7th, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
On the ninth this year, May 9th was his
May
birthday.
9th, May 9th, day
Right.
before
So
yesterday, day
two
before
days ago,
yesterday.
right.
Right, right, right. So how did you celebrate before we go to your play? How did you celebrate?
This is our celebration. We are singing his songs every day. We're dancing to it. We're doing his drama. We're thinking about him and we're reading him constantly. So that is the way we celebrate.
What an amazing person, what an amazing human being. And his
Indeed,
work
he
is
was.
across everything, right? The stories, the poems, the uh, his motivations, a lot of things that Tagore has left for us.
Yes.
And you're
His
bringing this
heritage is very, very rich.
very rich, very rich. And you're bringing this thing, Shama, right?
Yes.
So tell us a little
Shama
bit.
is one of his most iconic, even though it's very tragic. The tale is very tragic, but it's one of his most iconic dance dramas that he had created.
So tell us a little bit more about
So I would
Shama.
like to tell you one thing that I guess if Tagore had known, if he had known it earlier in his life, that women are, it's okay for women to appear on stage and dance and sing on stage and act on stage. If he could have that happen a bit earlier in his life, he could have given us so many more dance dramas and music dramas. However, the story was in his mind in the very late 1800s. I believe in 1899, he wrote a poem called Porishod, and that had the same story of Shama, the story he had learned from scriptures, old scriptures.
Hmm.
So he wrote the poem. The poem is sublime. However, he had to wait 40 years. In 1939 only, he went in and created Shama, the dance drama, where he figured that by that time, if he could be present on stage, then women should be able to perform on stage and it still would be honorable for them to do so.
So Shama, when it was presented first, so it was the women who performed in this,
Yes,
right?
his women from his own family,
Hmm.
his daughter-in-law, his nieces, his own daughters, they all performed.
Hmm. Hmm.
People
And
from
the
his own family.
story is so strong. Like I read
Very
through the brief synopsis that you had shared with me,
right.
and so many emotions can go through it, right?
Yes.
So when you prepare for these plays and these presentations, do you go back to the originals? Do you have the archives of that, or how do you prepare for it? It seems like I
Uh-huh.
lost Bharati for a second.
Say that one more time. I
So
don't
you
know
we
why
lost your
I
video.
understand. Let me see what I can do. Okay, start cam. Okay, how about this? I must have inadvertently touched it.
No, no
So
worries, no worries, no worries.
what
So
do I do to prepare myself to do present? It just, see, Tagore's writings are so vast and so ocean like that indeed I can just pick anytime anything. But this Shama, the vocals of it, the music of it, I had created it right in the middle of the COVID years in 2021. So I asked a gentleman in India to direct the music there, and he rented a studio and musicians and singers, and he actually recorded the music to the script that I sent in. What I did is I combined the poem Parishod to the
Hmm.
dance drama Shama, so gave it a different um, format, basically. It's going to have a very different feel from the typical Shama dance drama that you people normally go and see.
Hmm. Hmm. And what my question was like,
And it was broadcast online as a without any dance. It was just music, singing, and narration.
okay, okay. So what
That's
of
what
all the
we're
stories
now.
that Tagore's and all the plays of Tagore's, what motivated you to bring Shyama to the people here in the DC area?
Well, one of the reasons is that I have never presented Shama, and he has only just a few dance dramas. I have presented Chandalika once. Chitrangada and Shama, I have not presented. I presented Orupratan, which is also the same story of Shapmochun. So I haven't covered all his dance dramas yet. So I
Okay.
thought that since I have the Shama recorded, and Amarnath is here. So why don't we present the Shama on stage with dance, right on
Wow.
stage?
So
So
let's
that's
talk to
why I put
Amarnath briefly. Understand
yes,
that he is the choreographer, is behind the dances, the whole power behind Shyama, right? So
yes.
Amarnath, tell us a little bit more about yourself and uh, how you guys connected and what do you bring to the table.
Well, first of all, my warm greetings to all of you, all the audiences, you and Bharati Mashi. So, hailing from the soil of Bengal, I always had a special interest on southern part of India's art forms, especially after my eighth or ninth grade. I was initially trained in Manipuri and Kathak and Hindustani vocal. Like those are the classes were available in my hometown. But I always wanted to learn Bharatanatyam after a certain time period. So that exactly what brought me to Madras after my high school. So I was trained. I'm proud to be a alumnus of the great dance school Kalakshetra and Kuchipuri Art Academy. So I was trained in Bharatanatyam and Kuchipuri. So this is what my technical training background of dance. Um, Rabindranath has always been um, love of all of our life. I think it comes by default by Bengalis. I'm not sure if probably. So that was. I mean, he's always there in each move, and sometimes I wonder that any of the incidents that I encounter in my daily day-to-day life, that where Rabindranath's creation does not exist, like starting from anything, like whether it's season, whether it's day, night, philosophy, anything. So Rabindranath has always been a very special place in my heart, and I think that's what is the main key point for me to get connected with Bharati Mashi here in the greater Washington DC. And I was fortunate enough to have Bharati Mashi as one of the spectator for one of my performances in Kolkata 4 years, 5 years back. I think 5 years back. Yeah, and she came to my performances, and then she loved my performance, and she blessed me. And then we always wanted to work with each other because we are also Facebook friends, so we have been watching each other's work and getting inspired by each other's work. And I have always admired her for her taste of um, her work, or everything that she chooses. Like there's a lot of research and education behind everything she does, and it's not just like randomly pick up one topic and just work on it, or just bringing some steps to choreograph something. She's not a person like that. She does a lot of research. I think to bring out a performance, if we rehearse for a month or 2 months, her research would go on for like at least 2 years. That's the kind of person she is,
Hmm.
and that's what really drew me so strongly behind her academia research part. And then the transition behind her academic or research knowledge into the practice world, and when she stage it, that's really fascinates me. So this is another thing that I'm here today for. And we both well, this is mainly Bharati Mashi. I'm probably the backbone behind only the dancing thing, but it's all her brainchild. The whole idea is her. So I'm fortunate to be a part and be acknowledged by her directly. So we both together, especially Bharati Mashi, is bringing Shama in a very different take. Shama is Tagore's dance drama that we all know, and the story is also very common. But the way she brought Puri shows the poems, the recitations, and the songs, and the way she did it together in just 1 hour, 10 minutes, which is impossible.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
Shama itself, the character itself has a vibe that a person can go on and on throughout the lifetime to describe. Then two entirely different genres. One is the poem or the poetry genres, one of the music, singing, musicality, together the way she brought. And especially when she sent me the video of the music recording, none of the artists in that recording seemed like a non dancer. They were singing, but they actually danced. I was like, are they just only singing or are they dancing also? Like they are the character themselves. I was fascinated. I was like, I'll be blessed to have been performing with their music. This
Mhm.
is so like when I hear Shama, I think probably this would have been the real Shama what Tagore thought of.
Wow. Wow.
That's the magnetic power each of the artists have, and all of them are brought together by Bharati Mashi. So when this person told me, Amarnath, what's your thought on Shama? Well, you don't have to tell me right away. I will send you a video. Just go through. When I went through, I literally got goosebumps in the first 2 minutes. Like
Wow.
each character whoever sang, they literally lived the character just by sitting on the chair. I was like, if
Wow.
they can do this, I think it's challenge for us to dance it now. I will
Wow.
definitely, and I'm a kind of person who loves to take challenge. So I think these all are your answer. This is why I'm here today. And
Thank
I'm
you
Wow.
so
That.
much. I want to interject and say that you know how innovatively they did it in the studio. They rented a studio which was rather much larger than a normal studio, and they painted the ceiling, floor, and walls black. And then they projected stage lights on it. So as soon as you sit there or even stand there, whatever you're doing, when the camera is catching you, it looks like you're doing it on stage.
Wow.
This is how they did it. And because our hands were tied, we were in raging COVID at that time. We were within a pandemic. And we could do only thing we could do is apply all our talents of thoughts and creativity to make it more realistic, more, real stage feel. So
Wow.
that's how
And
they did it.
I'm amazed, or I'm like super excited. Amarnath, your thought, your presentation, your excitement, your enthusiasm, your joy behind bringing this is shown by your face, your smile, your energy is all going into it. And I just wonder, like
Yes.
when you're saying and you're so excited, being a dancer with that kind of talent that you bring, how exciting it will be for the people who will be watching this thing live as such. And I know one of my very good friend is a part of this thing, so congratulations for her, to her also. Shampa is
Shampa.
yeah, she's part of this journey.
Yes.
So we
She's
talked
she's doing Bollywood, one of the Bollywood dancers this
I'll
time.
come to that. I'll come to that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll come to that. So, Bharati, we talked about Shama. We talked
Right.
about Tagore. We talked about the whole Amarnath's journey about dance and all those kind of things. And he briefly kind of introduced on how you guys got in touch with each other.
Right.
And Facebook does have a huge power in a positive way. A lot of people talk about a lot of negativity around it, but it has
Mm.
a huge positivity
absolutely very
to bring
positive.
the people and the talents
Mm.
together like this, right?
Yes.
From that journey.
Yep.
So, so understanding all of those things together, weaving it together. So, tell us, is it a Bengali presentation? Is it English presentation? What is it?
Okay, well, Shama will be in its original Bengali.
Okay.
However, the story of Shama will be very in details. It'll be explained in the introduction. The lady who is doing the MC, Nandita Dasgupta, she will be explaining the entire thing in English really well, so that unless you come in at the last moment when the actually music has started and the drama is starting, you will actually know the story. You need to come in a little earlier to hear what she has to say for the first maybe 8, 9 minutes of the show. From 7 o'clock, we will start, and she will explain the entire thing to you in English so that it will happen in front of you. You will understand every moment of it. You will not miss anything.
Wow. So we talked about Shyama, we talked about this presentation and a Bengali presentation and the MC doing the great job. But when is it happening?
It's happening on May 19th at 7 p.m. in the evening at the Bender JCC of Greater Washington, which is the Jewish Community Center, their Krieger Hall. And there will be pre-programmed snack vendor there. So don't miss that. It's Bombay Tandoor, who also have opened a new restaurant here in Gaithersburg named Clay Healthy Eats. They will be the snack stall, their holders there. And I have subsidized the snacks, so it'll be in a very affordable price. And it'll the snack stall will close though at 6:45. It'll open at 5:30, close at 6:45, because 15 minutes before the show, I want everybody seated.
Yep, yep.
So that's why.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And please, everybody, come. This will be fantastic. And Amarnath will be doing a solo classical piece. He will be dancing on a brass plate. If anybody wants to see that, they
Wow.
should come.
Wow.
And we wrap up the program with two fantastic, tantalizing Bollywood numbers, which also Amarnath is teaching.
Oh, wow. I'll come to that one. Bharti, one thing I want to understand from you, how do you have access to my calendar to be doing these shows only on the days when I'm not available?
I'm so sad to hear that. I didn't know that you're not
I'm telling you,
available.
this is like the second or the third time I get so excited about it.
I
And
know.
19th is the day when my son is graduating at NYU, finishing his MBA. And so I will be in New York, and you choose that particular
Oh.
day to do this thing. It's like, come on.
Yeah, but that's a fantastic thing you're going to. Nothing can compare with that.
Yeah, no, but I have been missing two things. I'm not just
Okay.
for your information. I'm missing two things with Bharti.
Yeah,
Uh,
Sushil's drama the next day, I think,
yeah,
the
yeah.
21st.
The
Yeah.
21st, yeah.
Oh
So
my
I'm
God.
part of that play. It's called The 12. It's happening at the Writers Center in
Yes.
Bethesda. But I have missed watching your plays, as well as this year I'm missing working with you
I know, on
in
November
your play.
19th.
Yeah,
November 19th play. I offered him first, Amarnath. So he can't because his son is getting married, I believe, right?
yes,
Am
yes,
I
yes.
letting the cat out of the bag?
No, no, it's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
But
it's well
23 is a
known.
busy year for me from that perspective, with a lot of things happening. But
Okay.
24, right here on the show, I'm taking a small promise from you that you're going to cast me in one of your stuff, please.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm dying to.
That's
It's
great.
going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to working with you, Bharati. Really.
Fantastic.
So, Amana, tell us about this Bollywood piece. So, you are Bharatanatyam, Kuchipudi, very classical, and you're bringing this Bollywood fusion into a Tagore's play. How did all of that come together?
Well, it's a different part though. It is not in the play. The play will
Oh,
be done. Then
okay.
he will perform his after the break. He will perform his classical piece, and then we'll wrap up all the way at the end of the show, just with the two Bollywood numbers to welcome spring.
Wow, wow, wow. Okay, okay. So, tell us, Amanath, a little bit about this Bollywood version of it.
Um, so basically, the main reason behind me being here today in the United States is my education. I'm a grad student at WashU, and I'm doing MFA in dance. So I have been trained in like all the banyan tree kind of dance schools in India, Kalakshetra, Kuchipudi Art Academy, and no way I could get better training anywhere else. But I was always curious that something I want to know. It's not just satisfying me till now. What is there? What is next? And probably as an individual person, I was always very innovative. I like to see more of new discoveries, um, kind of more creativity, like at the same time, respecting my own root and tradition, I always love to bring new innovations. So that's one more reasons why I'm here today for the MFA course, where not only to learn more new art forms like ballet or modern, but I would say open my perspective to a lot of different areas. So when I talk about bringing new things to my perspective, Bollywood is a very effective and influential topic that comes because Bollywood has kind of a mental vision in people, especially in India. They think Bollywood is so anti-classical.
Hmm.
Classical is so anti-Bollywood. So Bollywood is like very party, and classical is very temple-ish.
Okay.
I don't know why do they have that look. Bollywood is a screen where it's the day-to-day life of the human life, where there is also temple, and in the temple, any festival where there is also entertainment. I don't know where that strong division came from. I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
All the maestro dancers like Hema Malini, Vajanti Malavali ji, Manju Bhargavi, everyone is they are trained classical Kuchipudi dancers from my Guruji, like basically where I have learned Kuchipudi Art Academy. Well, my Guru is Mrs. Srimai Vempati. Her father-in-law, who was the Padma Bhushan awardee. So he trained all these cinema actresses. I don't know, somehow this cinema or Bollywood has gotten a kind of name of cinematic dance, which is so anti-classical and purity. So where
Mm-hmm.
the layer of purity and the differentiation between purity and vulgarity comes, people think classical is pure, Bollywood is, which is not pure, which is not something good that you do, and you shouldn't be proud of it. That's the first mental barrier I wanted to break for my own self.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if I don't break, I won't be able to tell it out. People, I won't be able to teach people. I won't be able to train my students. So all I want is anything that we do, it should have some message, it should have some education behind it, it should have some kind of learning behind it. So the the lyrics that we use in Bollywood songs, like today's so-called Bollywood songs or Hindi movie songs, is,
Mm-hmm.
let's talk about Hindi anyway. Um, the lyrics that we talk in Jayadeva's Ashtapadi, Radha Krishna's Leelas, or any kind of romantic padams and javalis in Bharatanatyam, the base rasa, which is Sringara, love, is always remains love.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Love can never be impure. So
Correct.
where does temple become different from a movie theater? If the love, pure love remains in the temple, the pure love remains in the movie theater as well. So
Yeah.
for me, I just wanted to, maintain three mottos of my life, which is equity, diversity, and inclusion.
Wow.
So I wanted to bring so many different things together. And trust me, our rehearsal space is the 2 hours, the highlighted most and most energetic time of the day for all of us. And we look forward it. We go crazy during our rehearsal. And Bharati Mashi will agree there we have also witnessed parents who have come to drop their children has gotten up and tell, can I also join, please?
I
It's like,
can
of
understand. I
course.
can imagine.
You
Yeah,
should
I can
see the
totally
rehearsals,
imagine.
Rajiv. The rehearsals are the best.
I
I
can
mean,
tell
people are
you.
having so much fun with the
So
Bollywood
much of
rehearsal.
fun.
We have about
Why I am
17,
not part of
18.
it? Why I'm
I
not part of
know.
this?
The 17,
Like,
18 dancers. Come and join us, Rajiv.
yeah,
Yeah, I would
There's
love
still
to.
time.
Please send me the information when you
yeah.
guys are rehearsing because
Come at least one day just to have fun, even not for the
Just to
yeah,
performance.
see
Just to
it.
have fun.
yeah, I want
Come
to do
over
that.
and see it.
And Bharati Masi stays very close to my place, and I would
Please.
love
Right?
to come
Yeah.
there. And I love to dance. I love to
Okay.
dance, and
I
just
know you
seeing
do.
that energy will just. Oh my God, I'm already here. I'm not. You are so
I know.
passionate about this thing. It's unbelievable, and what you said is so beautiful. And love is always pure, right? Doesn't matter the movie
Absolutely.
or temple or whatever. Love by itself is pure, and the dances comes from your heart is pure. So
Yes.
there's no reason for differentiation on where exactly it is happening. I think it's sometimes more of the lyrics that mess it up or whatever it is.
Yes.
And the presentation of that thing, the talent remains the same. Sometimes the presentation of it makes the whole thing so called into the wrong side of the picture. But I
Right.
totally agree with you. If you look at any of the dances, Bollywood or non-Bollywood, and it's very much like singing, right?
Right.
Your training shows. If you have a left feet, you'll have a left feet. You're not going to do much about it. And if you're training and you Vajanti Malas and Hema Malinis of the world, they dance shows, even Bollywood dancers. It shows. You look at Jewel Thief and look at Vajanti Mala. Those talent shows, right? You cannot take that
Right.
away from them. And the people who have left foot, like I will not name actors from Bollywood, but it shows. So the purity of the dances will always be there, and that energy, as you're talking about, is unbelievable. Um, so I'm completely lost. So Bhartimasi, please do send me the information about when these
I
practices are
will.
happening,
Absolutely.
and if
Every
not,
evening at my house, it's
and
happening.
okay.
Every single evening.
So next week, one of the evenings, I'll stop by
Yes,
Monday or
Please,
please
Tuesday
do.
or so.
Please
please
do.
do
It'll
come.
be lovely to
Yeah,
have
and
you.
yeah, and come and take autographs from all of you guys and get a
Yes.
picture done with you
Shampa,
guys.
Shampa is dancing up a storm. You should see
I
her.
can believe that.
Oh
I
my
can
God.
believe
We
that.
have a few Americans there too, in the group
Yeah.
too.
Wow,
And they're learning new things and they're loving it.
why am I missing it? I'm getting so upset about the whole
No, no,
thing.
you
I
come
am,
and join us. Literally, I mean it, Rajiv. Join
yeah,
us. It'll
and
be
I'll be.
lovely if you can. But you're
I
not
will.
going to stay on the day of the show. How can you do it?
Yeah, no, no, I know. I'll
This
come and
time,
join you
next
guys.
time.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. And we need to get Amarnath to come here to teach us more and more
Oh,
of
he would
this
love
Okay.
to.
I'm.
He would
I would
love to
love,
do
of
that.
course.
so this dance that is happening. I'll come back to Shyama in a second. The Bollywood dance that is happening, what I just heard from you, it has kids as well as adults, right? So
Yes,
it's a
yes.
fusion of all the
Kids as
talents
well as
coming together.
adults, people with Indian heritage plus Americans, Chinese Americans, Jewish Americans. There are plenty of people, different communities in it. And
Wow.
I also believe in diversity. You know me. My
Yeah,
last
exactly.
drama, we had actors from Cuba and Costa Rica and Argentina. So
Exactly.
yes.
Kamarna, tell me, how did you prepare these non-Indian, non-Bollywoodish people to be dancing on Bollywood songs and to understand the emotions behind what you're presenting for them?
Beautiful question. First of all, my answer is very straightforward. Love is always love everywhere, every corner of the world. Anger is anger every corner of the world. You just need to hit the point of their sentiment. They don't care about the language. So if you have it here, that will show it there, and that's enough. You don't need the language. You don't need the script at all. All all that you need to give your audience who will carry forward is the feel. There is something called bhava and there's something called rasa, according to Nata Shastra. So bhava means the moods that are evoked by the performer. Rasa is basically the reaction that comes from audience, and that is the relationship between the stage and the stage space.
Hmm.
So, and that's all remains in the frame of the mind, which can never be captured in a camera or a gadget. So that's what people carry, and for that, I don't think you need any kind of special language which exists in a pen on paper, which only exists here. So I think I feel it as a person, as an individual, the connection of emotions, and I try to be genuine so people connect to me in spite of having any kind of barriers like language, this and that, whatever.
Hmm.
So I ultimately end up having no troubles with anybody.
Yeah,
So this is something maybe God gift. I don't know the
no,
reason, but
I can feel that energy. So when that energy is there, I see you. I'm just seeing you on the screen here onto the camera, but I can feel your energy, Amarnath. You're just amazing, and people are
Yes.
really lucky who are getting to perform under your direction, learning from you. Your passion itself, your presence itself in that room is going to be energetic by itself. So I don't even have to
Absolutely.
think about anything
You
else.
said it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He's inspiring everybody. That's what I love about him.
And Bhartimasi,
Totally inspiring.
with your energy, with your
ab-
education, with your background, your things about doing this thing, these two coming together, it is absolutely Sone pe Suhaga kind of a thing.
Thank you.
You have amazing energy, Bharti. It's like you
Thank
do
you.
so
Thank you.
many,
I
and
try.
it shows in your passion for theater.
Thank you.
So I was going to come to a question which is kind of answered in some way, but Bharti, I would still like you to answer this question for all of us. It's a Bengali play. Shyama is a Bengali presentation, and you already said someone will MC and let us know about the background of the play. But still, how would you present to the people watching this show who are non-Bengalis for them to come and do spend that Friday evening with you guys?
Well, because in the first place, I'm giving them a great variety. In the second place, it's Tagore. So if they want to watch Tagore's sublime, one of his works, two of his works combined together, I must say, and that very iconic story they want to hear in the background of such wonderful music and such wonderful dancing, then they should come.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot for them. There'll be Tagore, there'll be classical, and there'll be Bollywood in the first place. And in the second place, just for Tagore, they could come
Yeah,
because it'll be
exactly.
that beautiful.
Exactly. And the Shyama story is so beautiful. And
It's
I can just
fantastic.
imagine about the presentation of Shyama because the story is so beautiful, the dance form is so beautiful that I can understand the emotions and the emotions that
Yes.
will come out, right? Through that.
I have opted not to keep super titles
Uh-huh.
because super titles take away from the drama itself. I mean, what
Exactly.
are people going to watch? Are the people going
Exactly.
to watch what's going on stage, or are they going to keep glancing at the super titles?
Right.
You
No,
know,
no, I
it distracts people. That's
absolutely.
why I've decided not to bother with super
You
titles
did the
this
right
time.
thing. You did the right thing
Yeah.
because,
See,
uh,
because dance has a language of its own.
yeah,
Through their dance, they will make absolutely sure that whatever is being said is quite beautifully explained
right.
or conveyed.
Right, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And I commend you for making that decision because a
Thank you.
play like Shama with MC presenting the kind of a story background and being a
Right.
dance drama, I don't see any reason why someone should get distracted by reading something on the top.
No,
They should be engrossed
exactly.
completely into the play itself, and
Yes.
they will get the idea. They will positively get an idea, no matter what the
Absolutely.
language it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
I
you made.
watched in a Kennedy Center Avigyana Shakuntalam many years ago. It was
Uh-huh.
completely done in Sanskrit and with the music. No, no English, nothing. And people had no problem understanding what was
Yeah,
going on.
yeah. No, no, I can totally understand that. We do see so many other languages when you get the feel of it and you're getting into the character, you
Right.
don't need the language because
No, you don't.
you'll be engrossed in the emotions itself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and getting like I see like people are getting street treats on one day
Yes.
with one ticket price, right?
Right.
And all three treats are seems to be at the highest caliber. It's not a filler of any kind. It's not a
Yes.
starter of any kind for people to settle down in their seat. It's like आ जाओ दो गाने चल रहे हैं and then आप लोग
No,
जगह
no,
पे
no.
बैठो और play
You
शुरू हो गया, right?
cannot even make yourself glance at your phone because your attention will be totally arrested by what's going on stage.
Exactly, exactly.
So
And
yeah.
and I understand that Amara's Bollywood and his solo performance is happening after the Shama presentation, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Right
the and people
after
to
the
get the
break.
thing they should get early. You're subsidizing the food for them. uh, I don't know what else you can do to get someone excited to come and watch the play. So
Exactly.
tell us a little bit more about, as a final closure, about the ticket prices, where they can get the
The ticket
tickets.
prices are 25 for general admission and 50 for VIP. VIP will be the first few rows of the hall, but
Mhm.
actually, the hall can be viewed anywhere from any point of the hall. You can watch the stage beautifully. It has excellent acoustics, it has modern lighting, and the situation of the seats are very cleverly done. So you can really watch the show no matter where you sit. You don't have
Perfect.
to buy your VIP seats. It's only to help me out. Some of my friends are doing that just to help me out monetarily,
That's
to
great.
make ends meet. And the link to the website link can be sent out. I have sent it to you. If you publish it,
Okay.
then they can just click on it and then go buy that whatever
I will put
whatever
it at the
whichever
end of
seat they want to buy for buy
I'll put it in the comment
tickets.
section end of this session, that particular link, and I'll also put
Okay,
it on my Facebook page so
that'll be
people can
lovely.
see it. And that's happening on the 19th at the Jewish Community Center on Montrose Road, the Krieger Hall. I
Yeah.
know that address so well because I've performed so many times on that stage. And
6125 Montrose Road.
yeah,
Yeah.
that
It's etched
address
in
has,
my brain also. I've done so many shows over there.
yeah, it's like that stage. I
Yeah.
love that stage. It
I
feels
love the
at
stage
home
too.
there.
Yeah.
So 19th evening, 5:30. You
7
said,
o'clock,
right?
7 o'clock sharp, the show starts. Seating will start at 6:30. The snack stall opens at 5:30. So if whoever wants to come straight from work or want to come a little early, they have a beautiful room called the gallery room. It's huge.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the snack stall is going to be. And there will be some seats as well for the elderly if they want to sit down. And but there's standing room for more than 120 people in that room. It's a
Wow.
very big room. So it's
Very
a great
thoughtful.
room to assemble and chat with friends and catch up before the show.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's on the 19th. Once again, it's next
19th,
Friday,
Friday the 19th
5:30.
at
Show up there,
at
grab
7
your
p.m.
food,
in the evening. The show is.
socialize, be seated on time, 6:30, 6:45. Don't miss out the initial MC part to understand Shyama the
Right,
story. Enjoy the play. Enjoy Orna's individual solo performance and the Bollywood version.
right.
Amazing presentation coming up for all of you guys. And while I'm on this platform and while I'm talking about Friday, I also want to let every one of my viewers and friends know that I will be performing on May 21st, that's next Sunday at 4 p.m. at the Writers Center, performing the play The 12, which was first done in March, three houseful shows. The people did miss out because they did not get the ticket. So we are bringing
Right.
this two shows on 21st and 26th back for them. Do not miss out. Do not come back to me and say I did not book the ticket and it became houseful, because I'm not sure when I'm going to do it again.
What time is it? What time is it?
On Sunday it's at 4 p.m.
4 p.m.
Do plan to get there by 3:30, 3:45, and
3:30.
on
Yeah.
26th,
Okay.
which is the Friday after that, it will be at 7:30. Show up around 6:45, 7 o'clock,
I will try my best
and I will send
to
you the
be
link.
there.
Bharti, please do come,
I will
if,
try my level best to be
and
there
please
because
share with the.
I'm leaving for Norway the next day.
Oh, okay. No, but do plan to come. We would really
Uh,
appreciate it if you're there. It's
I
at
will
four
try my
o'clock.
best.
Will be wrapped up in less than like 70, 80 minutes. Will be done with the play,
Okay.
and you'll have
Not
enough
bad.
time in the evening to go back and pack up
Unpack.
for your
Unpack.
Norway trip. Yeah.
I'll yes, I'll pack afterwards. Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Thank you
I'll
so
do
much,
that.
Bharti. Thank you, Amarnath. And
Thank
I hope
you.
to see you guys next week. I'll stop by, Bharti, if possible,
Yes, please
and
do.
catch up with you
I'll
guys.
send you all the details.
Sure. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Bye
Thank you,
bye.
everyone, for joining us for this show today. Bye.
Bye bye.